fresh off the FedEx truck, the brand new Typhon Grom. We're going to unbox, give you first impression, and then we're going to go out there, speed test it, run it around, and give you an honest opinion as to what I think of this brand new release from Arrma. That's the good stuff. All right, like FedEx just literally just dropped this thing off. Just dropped it off. So let's check this bad boy out here. Ooh, look at that. Oh, nice. I really wasn't gonna buy this car, but you know what? I really like the lower cost stuff because I know not everybody has money for the larger stuff, the faster stuff, and I really want to see people get into the hobby. So this is a really nice package that you have. It's completely ready to run. So you have a battery, charger, everything's included. So let's just take a quick look here. So even the servo has metal gears. So they're saying looks like the diff and everything's metal gears. It's all hex hardware. Quick release body. I'm glad to see that starting to make more of an appearance, but it only seems to be in the smaller cars. I wish the larger ones will. But so oil fill shocks. It is an all-wheel drive. 2-in-1 ESC. Not a fan of, but you know, it is what it is. Composite chassis with ventilation for optimum cooling. So we'll see what that's all about here in a minute. So they show you the metal gears here. So we've got some nice bearings. So it is a very small 380 28 turn brushed motor. It does have a heat sink on there. So a hex wrench included. Metal geared servo. So yeah, so you got your basic remote, batteries. So this smart tech is nice because that's a smart battery. So what I'm curious about is hopefully I can bind this to my DX5 and I can actually see the telemetry. So long run time. So we'll see what the run time is. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think that's about all we got here. Let's open this bad boy up. Grom. Oh, look at that. And look, I finally got a car I can fit on the bench to unbox. Okay, that's nice. It's not bolted down in there. So you got a basic SL2. I think it's the first time I've ever had one of these. I think I've had an SL3 maybe. I don't know. But basically you got your 175, 50 switch here. So if you want to give them to the kids and not have them destroy it. Steering, I think that's to reverse the steering. So we got a steering rate and the steering trim. So trim and a dual rate for the steering. So no throttle, which you generally don't need with an electric ESC, but looks like 4 AA batteries. And wow. Oh, so look at that. The way the remote is, it's kind of V'd in the bottom. So you're not going to be able to stand this thing up. That's weird. Feels okay. Good spring pressure on the throttle. Little light on the steering though, but not bad, not bad. Just don't try to stand that thing up. Plastic collars for the shocks. Little card for the Grom. 4 AA batteries. 1 tool. 1 supposed quick charger. And then you got your owner's manual and tech pack thing here. So it shows you all the parts. It's actually kind of nice. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot in the way of parts for this. I mean, to it. Okay, so it shows you how to motor mount and all it works. Cool. So this isn't a comparison video. I might do one later, but I do just want to touch on a couple things. This right now is $140. This I got on Amazon for $105. And I'm just going to touch on a couple things. You notice these shocks here, they're all metal and they're threaded adjustability right there. So you have a brushed motor, or brushless motor, brushless motor, heatsink, ESC with a fan, so these are separate, and a separate receiver for $105. 3-wire servo, which is important. You know, sometimes these cheap cars come with a 5-wire servo, so 3-wire servo, little cat pack for the ESC, so electronic ESC, brushless motor, separate receiver, threaded shocks. We got metal parts throughout. $105, $140. So is it worth the money? Then we'll just take a quick look at this compared to Big Brother here. Look at that, it's just a little baby version. Get that piece. The wings are a bit different, but it does look like a little baby version of it. Except for this does have upper control arms, where this has just a threaded piece there. And this is all plastic, where this is a metal chassis. But I like what Arrma's doing here. This is something I've been trying to promote, getting people into the hobby, lower cost stuff that's durable, and parts availability. That is the biggest thing. Buying cheap Walmart stuff, it breaks and then you can't fix it. You know, what good is that? So I like these inexpensive cars that, you know, can give people fun and get them into the hobby, and then slowly maybe work their way up to bigger, faster stuff. But you know, not everybody's got the budget for larger cars. So let's check this out. It feels a little soft in the rear, but ooh, yeah, I might have to tighten that up before we go out. So I think that's gonna hit a little bit. I like the styling. I like the looks of it. So plastic. Let's see here. It's got some good flex to it. Feels like that should be good. This is nice. Steering linkages are solid. They're not threaded. So you got your standard CVDs here in the front, which feel plastic. Got plastic shocks with the cheap little clip-ins. So that's kind of what I was comparing to. For lesser money, they can create a shock that's thread. I mean, even if it's still plastic, how hard would it be just to thread that body and add a little coupler on there to give you a little bit more in the way of tuning? This is just a really just kind of a dumb idea, these clips. That's my opinion. But I do, like I said, I mentioned earlier, the double A arms here in the back. I like that. It should be nice and strong and good plastic. I know some people don't like plastic, but it is durable. So nice, man. Let's take a look inside. And this is another thing I've been asking for a while, is clipless body system. So let's see here. All right, so what we got here. So instead of, usually these things have a little clip here in the front and then the release is in the back. This has the clip in the back, which I think is probably going to be a smarter idea, maybe, because that way when you hit, it's maybe not going to shift, and if it does, it should shift backwards and not release. So I like that. I like that a lot. So here's something that's weird. I didn't even know these existed. Look at how cute. Little IC2 connector. So I got this deal right here. Spectrum SPMX CA320. It's in my Amazon store. So this is an IC3 to IC2 converter. So basically what I'll be able to do is just plug this thing in here and then use my smart charger that's in the house and not rely on that little thing. Because if I do that, then also with this I can plug it into my battery meter, so that way when I'm out there I can just plug this in and see what a battery pack's at and stuff like that. So I would recommend getting one of these if you have all that stuff. If you already have a smart charger and if you have one of the battery meters, get this little device here. So tires look nice. This might do well on a track. I think it'll do good on the street too. They're flat. Oh, right there you can actually see, maybe you can see it, it's got a vent hole right there. So they're vented on the outside, and there's no foam in there whatsoever. No foam. So that's interesting. So what do we got here? Probably D-boots. I can't read, man. My eyes are horrible anymore. But yeah, look at that. So vented, but no foam. I can't really complain. I knew what I was getting when I bought this car, but I'm just not a fan of a 2-in-1 combined ESC and receiver. I think they could have just easily made this 2 pieces. I mean, they manufacture their own stuff. I mean, Spectrum. I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. The 380 brushed motor, have to see how that does. It is cool. Right there you can see there's a little fan built into the motor. Hopefully you can see that. So that should help with cooling. Not that I think heat's gonna be too much of a problem here. Well, it seems, you know, they put the money in the spots that they needed to with the metal gears. The drive shaft is nicely wrapped up in here, so it's not going to catch anything. So I'm not really sure. I know there's no center diff, but I'm not sure if it's a direct drive. It feels like it is, because I don't think there's even a slipper clutch at this price. So I think it is direct. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of power here to really worry about if you land on power ripping stuff out, but it is, these plastic CV axles here are a little concerning. So we'll see how that holds up. Do believe all that is. Yeah. Oh no, that is metal. That is a metal axle. The drive cups though are plastic. So that is actually a metal axle. So I was wrong on that. Can't always go by feel, but the magnet doesn't lie. So yeah, the drive cups in that are plastic. But so you do have metal axles. Okay, so that's good. Oh. Diffs feel nice and smooth. So now what I'm curious about is, will this thing bind to my DX5? Somehow I don't think it will. I'm not sure if, but we're gonna try. So the instructions don't have anything on how to bind this thing. So I'm not sure how you do this, if you even can. So there we go, it's flashing. Let's try. I don't think it's gonna work. It should have connected already. Dang. Listen to the little fan. So it is blowing towards the motor. So look, they do have little channels built in here to hold the wires. So that's pretty cool. So let's see. Oh. Does not seem very fast. Servo seems okay. So yeah, fairly quiet. This remote though, I'm already gonna say first impression, this remote's gonna drive me nuts because you can't sit it down. I don't know why they did that. That's just, I'm so used to just standing my remote up. So, I mean, you know, first impressions, I mean, it seems like it's a good, solid vehicle. Like I said, just a little bit cheap on the line. Ow. That was loud. Receiver, ESC combo, little tiny 380 brush motor. Like I said, I know they're trying to save money, but that's why I compare it. You know, just showed you kind of what you can get with the WL toys. At $105, you got brushless power, separate components. But this does have a 2-year warranty. I don't think WL Toys has any of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna stiffen these back shocks up a little bit. And then tomorrow we'll be back. We're gonna go ahead and run it. We're gonna do a speed run. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna jump it off the ramp and then just drive it and let you know what we think, driving impressions. But I like it. I like the concept, affordable cars. I like that they're going that route, you know, get people into the hobby with just good and what should be durable stuff. I'm just thinking here, maybe it would be a little nice to see some type of protection on the shocks down here. If you're marketing this towards a younger crowd, they're gonna whack this thing and break the crap out of these little cheap plastic shocks. So maybe I think it would have been better to redesign this thing to try to get the shocks in the back. Or I guess you can't because the steering linkage has to be there, but maybe a little protection here would have been nice. Just like a small bumper just to keep this from being so excessively ready to hit. But I like it, man, so far. Like I said, my videos get too long, so I'm just going to break this down to unbox, first impression, and then tomorrow I'll have the video up for us taking the maiden run. So there you have it, man, the brand new Typhon Grom. Let me know what you think. Let me know your expectations of what speed this thing's going to hit tomorrow. So appreciate you watching. Appreciate the support. I try to be as honest as possible. I don't play favorites with any brands out there. You guys know if you watch my Max Slash review. Oh boy, you know it's tough when you make negative, but I gotta point out if there's a flaw in something, I'm gonna point it out. But people get tough, so I just want people to spend their money wisely and just give you an honest opinion as to what I see. Everybody's got different driving habits and what they expect out of a vehicle. So you watch the video and see if it fits your driving needs. I can't make that determination for you. This fits what you want. Maybe you want something you can throw in your backpack, take easily somewhere. Maybe you don't want to spend more than $130, $140. You like the fact that this has everything, a charger in that. So that's great. So we just give you the information, you make up the decision. So there you go. Hope you found this informative and that you'll subscribe and stay tuned tomorrow and see the driving performance of this vehicle. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.